Good day, minions. I am bringing you what is hopefully going to be a relatively quick Minecraft episode, with the simple purpose of bringing up more details, and this is going to be basically a dedicated video about doing an SMP server. As it's been rolling around in my head over these last couple of days since I recorded the last video that you saw, I've just been thinking more and more about it and thinking that I really want to do it. And there's been a decent amount of interest in, people who would like to have access to a Wheezy SMP server. And so I think perhaps less than tentatively, I'm going to go ahead and, to some extent, go ahead and green light this excursion. And that, I don't know when. It depends on when my ambition gets the best of me and how soon I get this video up, because I want to get some feedback from this video before I get too into a server. But I think I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get a server. And I think I found a place that's going to allow me to scale nicely if I need to. So I can start, with a relatively small investment for a server that'll hold about 8 people at a time, which honestly, even when we're well into it, I'm not sure if, even if I gave 15 people access to the server, I doubt we'd see more than 8 on at any given time. And even then, it might be upwards of 20 before you even get 8 on at a time. But I digress. The point being, I pretty much kind of made up my mind that it's something I want to do. I think about all the other content on my channel, what things I really enjoy about gaming, not just my channel. But, it's a lot about multiplayer gaming, playing with friends. And this is a natural extension of that. So, I really don't see any reason why I shouldn't, make that natural step and, do an SMP server. So, from then it's just kind of decisions and stuff. And a lot of this stuff is going to be kind of dynamic as I feel things out. But I was thinking about asking, if you guys thought I should, there's basically a couple of options. One, well, I'll give you the first option that's not an option. One option that I will not consider would be essentially to abandon this world, start a new world on SMP, and make that my my focus of my Minecraft videos on my channel. Is just SMP only on a new world. I'm not willing to give up this world for that. Another option would be essentially to create the new world on the SMP server, brand new, and run this series, my single-player Let's Play, in parallel to that one. So have them both going at the same time. Play SMP sometimes, and post videos for that, and post my single-player Let's Play sometimes. And that idea appeals to me the most, because I don't have to give up this world, which is important. And, man, this is closing in pretty sharply. And I get to start the new world. The final option would essentially be, ooh, is that going to be a natural... That might be the natural Oculus I'm looking for. The other option would essentially be to take this world, my single-player Let's Play world, and put it on the SMP server and just have the one series going forward. And it's all SMP, and it just builds off of this world. And that's a perfectly viable option. Maybe you guys would prefer that rather than having to switch back and forth between two worlds, or you know, kind of two sort of simultaneous Let's Plays, which will split attention somewhat. The only downside of that, or there's several, I'm sure, you know, several downsides to everything, but for one, I've already given the world seed out for this one, which means that people who play the SMP could recreate the world offline, although it would be more difficult. Well, actually, even since I put up the world download, it wouldn't be difficult at all. And they could go and find resources offline, and then come into the multiplayer server and know right where to go. Which kind of takes away some of the, you know, the fun and challenge of it. You know, they could use utilities to map out different things and then plot them in. Also, less variety, I mean, to an extent, because it's already something that's established. But, my wife's coming down to grab Sebastian. Yeah, I want your feedback, and I still, because I kind of in the last video, I also mentioned on my Twitter, hi, hun. You know, I want to get a feel for how much interest there is. So this will, since this video is focused entirely on, you know, getting a feel for who's interested in SMP. I want this to be what this is about. You know, who's interested in SMP, who's interested in watching it, who's interested in participating, and then we're going to essentially have to come up with a set of guidelines. Did I make that rounded? That doesn't really look like a dome, does it? It looks like a mound. I'm gonna have to work on smoothing that out. That's not gonna be. So yeah, I guess I'm kind of beating around the bush here, but that's pretty much it. Who's interested in SMP? Who's interested in watching it? Who's interested in participating in it? And you know, what do you think I should do? I'm leaning towards, again, like I said, New World, running these series in parallel. But, you know, I'm not dead set on that. So, as always, I always take you guys' feedback for what you want to see. Am I just going stupid here and expanding this endlessly? I think that's kind of almost exactly what I'm doing. Now it looks like an even more gigantic mound. God, I just want to hit undo. Unfortunately. That button does not exist. I'm going to have to sort this out offline because I'm getting distracted. I'll keep this. I'll just go ahead and keep this one short and sweet. And say, let me know what you guys... Really, music? Why you going to be loud right now? Let me know, everybody, what you would like to see. You know, how much involvement you would like to have in SMP. Again, I'm going to start out small. Let me talk about some more of the semantics of it. Let me get back in my house and switch it to daylight. Let's have a conversation. So, the way I'm going to start it out will be, and who knows, I may even end up doing it this weekend just because I'm getting kind of antsy to do it. Is at first I'm going to go in, you know, kind of create the world, have a look around, start to, you know, and I'll document this, record it, post some episodes of kind of building a homestead, finding a good plot for us to start our town, our city, the settlement where the people who I invite to the server will build things. And then I'm going to start outlining how I want to do plots. Like I'll kind of basically mark out areas for people when I invite them so that they have a spot where they can build their house, you know, and have their own little personal space, and then set off separate areas for like where we want to do community projects, and then, you know, outlying areas where people can kind of do whatever. You don't have, okay. So yeah, I'll kind of get things rolling, maybe invite one or two people to kind of help me get some ideas rolling back and forth. Get things kind of planned out, maybe gather some early resources. I've got some things in mind. I don't want to give too much away up front. But yeah, I haven't decided who I'm going to be inviting yet. I don't know how I'll decide that. A lot of it's going to be kind of probably how I've done things in the past, which is just people who are interested that I've recognized in the comments for a long time. That's not to say that people who have been less active will never be available to get into the thing, but when it comes to SMP and the way I'm going to keep it pretty much unrestricted, basically we're all just going to be in one big open world. I'm going to have to invite people that I trust and that I think have been around for a while. So that loyal sounds like a bad word because it sounds like, I don't know. To me, it sounds a little douchey. They are loyal to me. But people who, are dedicated enough to this little community that we've built so that they wouldn't want to, betray it or risk, getting booted from it for griefing. And that's kind of the big concern is, we, like I've said before, build big projects, do lots of cool stuff, and then I log in one time, someone's like set my house on fire and stolen all my stuff and, burned down all of the other people's houses. Now I will be, stuff I'm going to still have to sort out, which I know I will be able to do, is I'm going to set up a system for how I'm going to do backups. And of course the server logs will track who logs in and such. So if, I'm between backups and I see someone's been griefing, someone's done something, the server logs will show me who's been on so I can narrow down who the likely culprit is. But I don't think that's going to be an issue with the size of the community we have now, and the fact that the people I'm going to be letting in, at least up front, and actually kind of all the way, like, later on it's not like I'm going to be like, okay, anybody in the world could come in now. It's still going to be people who've been really active in, especially the Minecraft videos, but just the channel in general. So let me know if you want to be on that list, and if you haven't been really active lately, or ever really on the channel, and I don't hold anything against people who have watched my videos forever and don't, comment or interact, Could be because you're just not interested in doing that, or because, you watch on your phone and it's not easy to do that, or something else. But my point being, if you want to start becoming a part of, a recognized part of the community, it's time to start interacting. It's time to make yourself known. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. This video is to gauge interest and to get your ideas on what you want to see out of an SMP series and an SMP world in general. And I guess I'll leave it at that. And I'll try to get this video posted because I'm getting so excited. I'm so excited. I just want to start a world. And there's still so much I want to do around here. The good thing about doing the 2 series, I think, is that because I'll have so much to do between both series, I won't feel as constrained if I leave stuff off camera. So I'll be able to make even more progress more quickly in both worlds. I'll try to follow my Let's Play like I normally have here, where anything important I do goes into a project video, and all the major operations are fully documented. And then in SMP, I think it'll be a little more fast and loose. Like that, I'll go in there to kind of just mess around, build things. And whenever I'm doing something major or something interesting, or just every now and then to do a check-in or a tour, then there will be videos for that, and it'll just be a good place for us to communicate. And I'm going to work out some system to have I don't even know, because I've never looked at anything like this, but some sort of TeamSpeak or a voice chat server that people who are in the server can connect to, so that we can chat not just through text chat, but through voice chat, because I think that's that's an important part of interacting, is not just texting at each other, but actually talking and communicating while we're in there building, doing whatever. We can just, hey, what are you doing? Who knows? Maybe I'll regret that decision. But okay, I said I'm going to stop like 3 times, so I'm going to stop now. Feedback. Let me know. Things, stuff, places, suggestions. Hell, do you know good hosting services? I've got a couple in mind that I'm leaning towards. But if you guys have experience with some, go check it out. If you guys aren't sure about SMP, go just Google public Minecraft servers, and there's actually tons of servers out there where you can just throw their IP address or their host name into your Minecraft. multiplayer, and go try out a multiplayer server. A lot of the public ones have a lot of widespread griefing. Like I joined one just the other day. I was just kind of screwing around, and people would just like watch who logs in or just look at the player list, and they would teleport to people and then kill them and take their stuff and then just teleport to new people. And it's just, guess what? On my server, that kind of shit ain't gonna fly. So I won my server, poking myself in the eye with the sword. Ah! Oh, also, I think this is going to be episode 35 because I actually was looking at my videos today and I double numbered episode 32. So I think this is going to be episode 35. I added this button. What does it do? I'll let you guys find out. I will, of course, show it in a future episode, but if you guys want to find out what that button does, have some fun. Post a video if you find out. Post a comment. Well, don't post a comment because I don't want to for other people, but if you want to post a video reply, people don't have to click on those or send me a message or something like that. Yeah. If you download my world, you could tear it out. And it's not too hidden. It's really not. You'll be able to find it pretty easily. But if you tear it out and follow the wiring, you can find it as well. But I recommend for the sake of fun, you don't do that. But, yeah. What does that do? Enjoy. Goodbye.